Welcome back, fans, to another episode of In the Game. I am Mason Pratt.
And I'm Robert Guerrero. In this week's episode, we'll go out with Priscilla for the Fan Zone. We'll have an interview with MP Kokonos of the baseball team. We'll give you news and highlights. We'll also have a special guest joining us during the Cougar commentary portion. So let's get started.
Senior Amanda Crabtree and junior Melissa Gregson were named CUSA Pitcher and Co-Hitter of the Week. Gregson went 5 for 8 with 5 RBIs and 3 home runs against Southern Miss, while Crabtree pitched 11 scoreless innings while striking out 25, allowed no hits, and got her third no-hitter of the year.
The softball team has won 6 straight games after sweeping Southern Miss and Marshall, improving their record to 24-12 and their Conference USA record to 8-4.
8 U of H football players, including O-line Isaiah Thompson and wide receivers Kier Johnson and James Cleveland, took part in the NFL's annual Pro Day here at U of H.
The Cougar track and field team went to the Charlie Crow Invitational, coming out with 15 individual titles, 9 for the women and 6 for the men.
And sophomore basketball players Nick Haywood and Kendrick Washington have been granted an unconditional leave, which would allow them to transfer.
Todd Buchanan, the women's head basketball coach here at U of H, was elected the 2011 Russell Athletic WBCA National Division I Region 4 Coach of the Year. Okay, now let's watch some highlights of the softball and baseball teams in action.
Cougs traveling just a hop, skip, and a jump over to Reckling Park to take on number 25 Rice. Pick it up in the fourth. Cougs already down 4-0, but right fielder Caleb Ramsey makes a great diving catch. However, Rice's Keenan Cook would tag up from third to score to push the lead to 5-0 for the Owls. Cougs had a hard time getting anything going. They ran into a buzzsaw in Rice's Tyler Sperlin first career start through 6 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball. Cougs dropped this one 7-0 to the Owls and fall behind 2-0 in the Silver Glove Series. In Game 1, Bourgeois didn't get the start, but she came in the fourth. Pitched 4 1/3 innings, striking out 6, and held the Thundering Herd to just 1 hit. But the hero of this game, junior Jennifer Klinker, hits a walk-off home run in the 8th as the Cougs take the first game victory in extra innings, 3-2. Game 3, another dominant pitching performance by Amanda Crabtree. Complete game, just gave up 1 hit, fanned 12 on the day, but it was Holly Anderson and Melissa Gregson led the offense, each with solo home runs, as the Cougs close out the Thundering Herd and complete the sweep with a 4-1 victory. Houston taking on neighboring Houston Baptist University. Scoreless until the 5th. Holly Anderson rips a 3-run double, gets caught up in between second and third. She'd be out, but the damage was done. Then in the 6th, Brooke Latham adds on insurance. 2-run home run, pushes the lead to 5-0. Bourgeois gets win number 10 on the year. 5 innings pitched, gave up just 4 hits, as the Cougs shut out neighboring HBU 6-0.
When we come back, we'll be joined in studio by special guest Joel Rivera, as well as sending out to Priscilla Riojas for our Fan Zone segment, so stay right there. Welcome back. Joining us in studio, former track athlete Joel Rivera. All right, Joel, give us a little bit of a background about what you did for track.
Definitely. I came from El Paso, Texas. I did vaulting there, pole vault. It's pretty much, high jumping with the stick. I was there for, it's a real small little niche there. No one really did it. So I took advantage of that. Was number 1 vaulter up there, and I ended up making it over here as a walk-on, and it went really, really, really well for me. 2006 I came and really, really worked hard. It was a lot of development, learning a lot of skills, things like that. And that first year, of course, I redshirted. I wasn't up, to par with everybody else. Right. I redshirted my first year. We won Conference USA, or the guys did. The following year, was my first year, and I went ahead and competed. And I tell everybody this is a funny story. I was in the top 10. There was only 10 vaulters though, and I came in last place though. But I tell people it's better to say I came in the top 10 than last place, 10th place. So I ended up coming in 10th place, and that was really fun, great experience, and we won Conference USA again.
Yeah, you mentioned winning Conference USA, and we had mentioned it a couple shows ago. Men's track team just won their 5th straight conference championship. I think a lot of people don't know about how good this track team is.
They don't. A lot of people, it's not. How can I say it? A lot of people don't get cover track. A lot of these little sports, they say everything's football, basketball, and it's really it really hurts me. But we've been winning 5 years straight in a row, and no one recognizes us. It's very small. If anything, it's just a little bleep, and it's on the radar. So it's very important that we get recognized for these things. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that we've been really working on and getting the ball rolling. And
yeah, give them a shot of that.
This was back in.
I
don't know if you could zoom in here. This was back in 2000 and so it was 2006, 2008. I don't know if you guys could zoom in there. This is the ring, huge ring there. And you have indoor and outdoor, so you have 2 chances to get this. So there's guys that have about, 5 of them, 10 of them, 10 of them really. And I mean, I asked them, and they're like, "Oh, I got one for my mom has one, my grandma has one, my girlfriend has one, and me, it's only one though. But I mean, hey, I'll take it. It was
exactly.
It was a lot of hard work.
That's
but
one more than a lot of people have.
Exactly, and you get stopped by some random people. I tell you.
Well, just being in the athletic department, you get to talk to a lot of the other athletes. Do you have any kind of stories about walking through and maybe just seeing some of the guys we know now when they were younger?
Yeah, I mean, I remember having, tutoring sessions with, who was it? The receiver, he was one of the receivers. What's his name?
Cleveland?
Not Cleveland. There was another one. Well, anyway, point is that you go through, you go through a lot of these tutoring sessions with a lot of these athletes, Tyrone Carrier, Lois Means, growing up with them. So it's really interesting. And other volleyball players and soccer players, it's really interesting to see, how they were when they first came in, real young, real, they were, how can you say, they're real green. And, they didn't know what was to come. And we were all there. And now that you see them down the road, I mean, now they're getting picked up, going to the NFL or, something major. And it's really nice to say, hey, I spoke to them. I had a test with them or something like that, and we studied together, and that was really interesting. It's not a lot of people can say that, and it's fun. It's a community up there. A lot of us study together. It's a different atmosphere. It feels like it's just like if you're in a fraternity or sorority, whatever the case may be, an organization. It's just a different world.
Is it just a real tight-knit group of people? Because you mentioned some of the guys going to NFL, James Cleveland and Lois Means. You had mentioned that you knew them kind of personally. They're just participated in the pro day. Is it a real tight-knit group? I guess just the fact that everyone's an athlete, they kind of know where everyone's coming from a workload standpoint. That you're going to school and also participating in these athletics.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what we need to do. We're all well connected. I mean, like I said, as soon as we're done with class, we go right up to the athletic center, study. Talk while we're there, meet new people, and it's really fun and interesting. So yeah, I mean, you really make, a good amount of friends there, and it's kind of like, your own world there. So yeah, I mean, you really grow up with these guys, and down the road, just like I come to Frontier, I came to Frontier Fiesta, I see guys from the football team, hey, how you doing, and how you been, and you get along with, I think it was the H Association, which is, athletic alumni. So it's really interesting, and you get to know a lot more people, Case Keenum and Carl Lewis, they're all there, and it's like I said, how many people get to go into those at H Association, little hut there? Not a lot, So it is a group. It is a little, tight group there.
You mentioned Carl, Olympic gold medalist. Mm-hmm. He's a track guy. Did you interact with a lot with him?
No, I mean he's busy. He's doing what I think he has his own little. I think he has something on the side where, something about like promoting health and running and stuff like that. He has his own thing. When we have a track meet here, we'll go ahead and, he'll go ahead and visit, on events, because they probably, he has to. So, but also maybe because he wants to, certain other things. But yeah, I mean, definitely, he was there every once in a while, certain occasions, but never really in my position. I did pole vault, and he was a runner. Yeah, so, right. I was actually with his coach, which was Tom Telez. His son Kyle was my coach, so kind of almost, two
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so almost there, but we were all there. I mean, I did get coached a little bit by Tom, which was Carl Lewis's coach, and then of course his son. Majority of the time, Kyle.
head swimming coach Mark Taylor passed away a couple weeks ago. That had to be a loss that just kind of resonated throughout the entire athletic department. Did you know him at all?
Yeah, I mean, again, we're up there, we're getting tutored. They pass by. Hey, coach, how you doing? And hey, how you doing? And go Cougs, and really supportive of what I was trying to do, and encouraging, and really nice guy. And spoke to him, supported the girls swimming, although they don't. That's the downfall. They don't get a lot of support. We need to get out there a little bit more, a lot more. And of course, I was always trying to help him out, and any way I could. And really nice guy, and it's it really it sucks that someone one day and then the next they're gone, and you kind of don't want to believe it.
Yeah, you talk about support. We sell out the football games, and then basketball and baseball have very little people. Nobody knows about track and swimming and all the other great athletic departments we have. We actually have some of the better departments in the nation in those sports. Is that something that kind of frustrates you coming from that world?
I mean, in track you have, we won 5 years straight in a row, either indoor or outdoor. We also had an Olympic diver for on our squad here. I know she graduated. I think it was Pajnikova, and I think it was Anastasia, something like that. Pajnikova, and no one knew. No one knew. She was a silver medalist for Russia, and no one knew.
Right
Here on campus. No one knows about her. No one knew about her. Very few. No one recognized her, and I think that's something that the university needs to really fix. As to recognize the little things, and I always say a little is a lot, and it goes a long way. And that's support down the road for her with us. And things like that. But I mean, there's many other sports out there that we have. I mean, the women's basketball team did really, really well this year.
Yeah. Still barely even came close to the same amount of attendance that the men had, and the difference in success was drastic. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of things that are going unrecognized, unnoticed. Of course, there's a small group of people, but they need to get noticed a lot more. But yeah, definitely. I mean, we have so much potential, and we're starting to get a lot. We're starting to get the ball rolling a lot more. As to where we need to go. The goals.
Yeah, well, as the university grows, Tier 1 academically becoming one of these top universities, our athletic department is kind of just hinging all its hopes on the football team. And you turn around, you see these kids doing great things. I mean, they're our age or younger. They're going out winning tournaments, qualifying for the national teams, and they get no recognition almost from the university. It's kind of sad. Yeah,
it is, and I mean, little by little, we're getting there, and I think the President Couture has really done a lot as to inspiring a lot of younger students and athletes, and getting people to start moving a little bit, just getting the ball pushed a little bit more. So that's good though. But I mean, it all starts with us, each and every single one of us, and it's a link, and one person just can't do it. It has to be all of us. So I mean.
Well, Joel, thanks for making time for us. That'll do it for our commentary segment. We'll send it out to Priscilla Riojas for the Fan Zone.
Yeah, go Cougs.